A spooky trolley is haunting the streets of Kent, the special event being held by PARTA.
Halloween weekend is here, and I'm live with ways to stay safe if you're heading out this weekend.
Twitter has officially passed on ownership, the latest on how Elon Musk is taking over the social platform.
And Speaker of the House's husband, Paul Pelosi, was assaulted earlier today. All these stories and more as TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good evening and happy Friday, Portage County. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Anthony Furiga.
And I'm Sydney Brown. We start tonight with festivities in downtown Kent for the Halloween weekend.
Our reporter Jacob Brooks is live from the hometown Bank Plaza for a family-friendly Halloween celebration. Jacob?
Hi guys, so I'm in downtown Kent right now at an event called Family Friendly Halloween. We're at the hometown Bank Plaza. What a great way to spend a Friday night. Look at all these families and their kids here. There's a lot to do. They've got trick-or-treating at businesses all up and down downtown Kent. They've got a lot of food, and the Golden Flash is here too. Really great time. So here's the thing. If there's a lot going on in Kent this weekend, and with that comes concerns for safety. So earlier today, I talked with the Division of Student Affairs, who gave some tips on how to stay safe if you're heading out this weekend. Halloween weekend, as some call it, is one of the most highly anticipated weekends of the semester, but officials do not want any tricks from partiers.
People are allowed to have fun. We want to make sure that they have the opportunities for that, but there's a line between having fun and breaking rules or laws. And so that's what we try to enforce to the best of our ability.
If you are heading out this weekend, how do you stay safe? Kamanash advises to have a plan and stick to it. Go out with a group of people and come back with the same people you went out with. Have ways to communicate with other people. And if there's alcohol or other substances involved, be aware of their effects and how to safely get home.
One of the great things about Kent is it is a destination place, right? People want to come here because it's fun, it's quirky, and we have a lot of really neat things going on.
Halloween is known to be a big party weekend here, especially in the years before COVID.
There were a large amount of issues where there were several parties on several streets all at the same time. And in those house parties, it really meant that so many people from the community were there and from out of town that entire streets were filled with a mass of people. And that's, certainly has created unsafe situations.
He said it's not just Kent students who will be out in Kent this weekend, so will a lot of people from out of town.
When we have people that are coming from our community that aren't necessarily students, they're not so worried about the welfare of our students. So we get concerned with things like people stealing things, violence, right? Vandalism, things like that happen when we have more people than we normally would here. With more people, there are more concerns about potential problems. So there will be extra officers around in case something goes wrong. Don't be afraid to call for help. That's what we're here for. And first responders are there to assist. So we'd rather have someone call for help than try to handle it on their own and maybe make a situation worse or delay assistance coming to you. Enforcement of the rules will be left up to the officers. They'll send their reports to the Office of Student Conduct. And we determine if it's appropriate for student conduct to address it in addition to what police are going to do. And if you're aware and you understand and take safety into account, I hope you're going to have fun. So this family-friendly Halloween is just the start of a lot of Halloween events happening in Kent this weekend. There's something for everyone, really. So let's go back to Anthony and Sydney. They've got more on what all there is to do this weekend. For now, though, live in Kent, I'm Jacob Brooks, TV2 News.
Thank you, Jacob. PARTA is offering rides on the haunted trolley this Halloween weekend. The trolley, Polly, will be operating from 4:30 to 11 p.m. today and Saturday. Polly the trolley is also decked out with a spooky interior. Riders can purchase a single ride pass for $1 or day passes for $2.
One of the most exciting Halloween festivities is almost here. Trick-or-treating in Portage County will happen all weekend with cities celebrating on different nights. Some counties will be passing out treats starting Saturday night, including Brimfield, Garrettsville, Palmyra, Ravenna, and Streetsboro. For Hallows Eve on Sunday, Kent and Mantua will have their celebration. Aurora and Hiram will have their trick-or-treating on actual Halloween night on Monday.
Today is the last day for Sex Week here on Kent State, hosted by Kent Interhall Council. Sex Week is designed to educate students on sexual education and provide resources for practicing safe sex. The last event is Sextoberfest, which is being held tonight at 7 in the Student Center. There will be food, sexual education games, prizes, free Sex Week t-shirts, and a costume contest.
Hello, Portage County in Northeast Ohio. Hope you're having a great Friday evening out there. I'm TV2 weather anchor Odin Amador-Gorby with your Friday evening weather forecast. Currently in Kent right now is a beautiful sunny day out there, 49 degrees, feels like 56 out there with a dew point at 32, winds moving west at 6 miles per hour and visibility at 10 miles. It is a gorgeous evening out there. As we go about Halloween plans and parties and stuff like that, it's definitely going to be a nice evening for all those festivities. But as we look across Northeast Ohio right now, we can clearly see our temperatures are in the lower 50s, 49 in Kent, 52 in Cleveland, 55 in Mansfield. It is definitely a gorgeous evening out there, to say the least. It definitely feels like fall, for sure. And as we look through our nighttime forecast, we can clearly see towards 7 p.m. will be clear skies, 49 degrees, and then towards 9 o'clock it will start to get lower in temperature, towards 44 degrees with clear skies, and towards your 11 o'clock with 40 degrees and clear skies. So it's going to be a really nice evening out there for all the trick-or-treaters out there. That's all I have for now. In my next update, I'll have your weekend weather forecast. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thank you, Odin. A plane crashed this afternoon in Trumbull County with an 82-year-old man piloting the plane. The Ohio State Highway Patrol reported that the plane went down near a Southington Township home around 12:45 this afternoon. The pilot, Richard H. Coles, was airlifted to the hospital for life-threatening injuries. The suspected reason for the plane crash is mechanical failure.
A deadly accident happened this morning in Stowe. The semi-truck driver was carrying 8,500 gallons of gasoline when the truck flipped over and caught fire. Stowe firefighters put out the fire around 1:30 a.m. with the help of neighboring departments from Cuyahoga Falls, Kent, Hudson, and Valley. The southbound highway was shut down during morning rush hour as crews were still cleaning up the scene.
6 students are being charged with rioting after a football game in Akron ended in a brawl with police using pepper spray. The incident involved players from Ellet High and Firestone High. Firestone players were reported lying on the ground making swimming motions to demonstrate the death of an Ellet football player who drowned in July. 3 of those charged are student athletes, and more expected charges are expected to come as the investigation is ongoing.
A senior at Cleveland High School was arrested in possession of an AR-15 rifle with ammunition. Wednesday morning at the school's standard checkpoint, the rifle was found in his backpack disassembled with a full magazine. Police say he entered the school and attempted to avoid the metal detectors. They shared that the teen claimed to be at a shooting range and forgot the weapon was with him, but realized it when he arrived. Students attended court this morning for a gun charge.
The major social media platform Twitter has a new owner. More on the story when we come back.
President Vladimir Putin continues to downplay Russia's losses to Ukraine. Stick with us for Ukraine updates.
The College of Public Health at Kent State University prepares students for careers in some of today's most exciting health fields. Public health professionals impact lives by monitoring clinical trials, advocating for mental health, supporting active lifestyles, and more. The College of Public Health also offers open courses for any major, including its most famous course, Zombie Outbreak. Public health students can even study abroad and are encouraged to join the Public Health Student Alliance. For more information, visit kent.edu/public health. Public health, solving our problems together.
Welcome back. From vaccinations to a possible triple pandemic, the health industry and hospitals across the country have been very busy recently.
Our correspondent Joe Malbin has more.
One may help save your life, the other may save someone else. But the Red Cross says some people worry about giving blood after getting the vaccine for the flu or COVID-19, and the organization wants to set the record straight.
The temperatures are dropping and respiratory illnesses are on the rise.
That really challenges the blood supply because whatever is affecting the population is affecting our donors.
Blood can't be stockpiled, so it's always needed. The Red Cross says it's especially vital now to help avoid a shortage, but the organization says many people think if they get vaccinated, they're not eligible to donate blood. That's not true.
There are no deferrals for either the flu or the COVID vaccines or boosters. We just ask that the donors be healthy and well with no symptoms the day that they come to donate.
Blood and platelets are needed throughout the year. The Red Cross says 1 in 7 people going to the hospital will need a transfusion. Donations are used to help people through a trauma, surgery, during labor and delivery, and it can be used for cancer patients and more. Supplies can also be impacted by fewer people being able to donate over the holidays or because of severe weather.
It's really a great time to give back to the community because, donating blood does save lives.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
In recent weeks, flu-related hospitalization has increased dramatically. This year's flu season has reached levels of hospitalizations that typically are not seen until later in the flu season. All age groups have been afflicted by the spiking hospitalization levels. However, children have been hospitalized the most. This year's flu is especially dangerous as it co-circulates with the COVID-19 virus and the RSV respiratory syncytial virus.
So I'm thrilled today to be able to share with you that Planned Parenthood Arizona has officially resumed abortion care in our health centers across the state.
And the Attorney General of Arizona, Mark Brnovich, has agreed to not enforce a total abortion ban until next year. Brnovich had previously asked a court in Tucson to allow a statewide abortion ban that had been enacted until Roe v. Wade was decided in 1973. Planned Parenthood, Arizona's largest abortion clinic, reopened their branch in Tucson. The company said that Planned Parenthood would resume abortions statewide.
Residents of the Big Island are being warned by Hawaiian officials that the world's largest active volcano, Mauna Loa, is sending signals that it may erupt. The situation is not considered volatile, but experts are on alert due to an increased number of earthquakes at the volcano summit.
When the volcano erupted in 1984, it took only a few hours for lava to reach homes. Hawaii's Civil Defense Agency has taken the liberty of educating residents on how to prepare in the event of an emergency.
And now joining us once again is our weather anchor, Odin Amador-Gorby.
Odin, how are our Halloween weekend temperatures?
They are great out there, guys. It definitely feels like a fall evening out there, to say the least. It is beautiful out there. Temperatures right now are currently at 53 in Akron, 54 in Steubenville, 60 in Columbus, 60 in Cincinnati, 55 in Dayton. It is definitely a cool evening out there. If you're out and about with your fall plans, going out to trick-or-treating and stuff like that, you'll definitely be enjoying it for sure, as the temperatures remain cool for our evening. And as we look towards your weekend, let's talk about our weekend here. We have 66 degrees and sunny skies all throughout your Saturday afternoon. Winds will be light and variable at times. Sunset will be at 6:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it'll be a gorgeous evening for your Saturday as you're out and about trick-or-treating, doing Halloween plans. And let's talk about your Sunday. As we could clearly see, the clouds will start to return after the beautiful sunny day we had on Saturday. We will be dealing with cloudy skies for your Sunday. As temperatures will be in the upper 60s, clouds will start to come in towards your Saturday afternoon. Winds will be light and variable at times. Sunset will be at 6:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be a gorgeous weekend for sure. And let's look at our 7-day outlook. As we could clearly see, Saturday and Sunday will be cloudy skies and sunny skies, but then we'll start to see rain start to come in for your Monday and Tuesday with temperatures in the upper 60s. But then towards your Wednesday, we'll start to see some sunny skies return with temperatures going up into the 70s towards your Thursday and Friday. So it'll be a very interesting week for sure, as temperatures will start to rebound towards next week. And that about wraps up my Friday evening weather forecast. Have fun with all the Halloween festivities out there this weekend. Have a great weekend out there, everyone. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Paul Pelosi, husband to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, was assaulted during a break-in to the Pelosi home. The man who assaulted Pelosi, David DePape, was looking for Nancy and allegedly hit Pelosi multiple times in the head with a hammer. DePape was apprehended and is expected to be charged with homicide along with other charges. and Pelosi is currently in the hospital but is expected to make a full recovery. The gunman who fatally shot 2 people and wounded multiple others in St. Louis, Missouri, Orlando Harris, was first denied the sale of a firearm after being flagged by an FBI background check. But Harris was legally able to purchase one from a private seller who had purchased the firearm from a licensed dealer in 2020. Harris's mother discovered the firearm in their home and contacted police for it to be transported to a third party known to the family. Police are currently investigating on how Harris was able to regain possession of the weapon.
Twitter has been taken over. Elon Musk, the Tesla CEO, has officially taken ownership of the social media platform. With a tweet by Musk last night, he wrote, "The bird is free." But the transfer of power took much longer than anticipated, as he had until Friday to complete his $44 billion acquisition of Twitter or go to court for the company after originally proposing his interest in buying the company in April. Rock and roll star Jerry Lee Lewis has died at the age of 87. Known for his energetic performances, Lewis helped establish rock and roll as the dominant American pop music of the 1950s. Some of his earliest recordings were made in 1956 with Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, and Carl Perkins. The recent release of Top Gun Maverick also reminded fans of Lewis's hit with the song Great Balls of Fire. Officials say he died of natural causes.
North Korea fired 2 short-range ballistic missiles into the east coast of the Korean peninsula, according to South Korean military officials. The missiles were fired sometime around noon local time, and the U.S. was aware of the launch, saying it did not pose an immediate threat to the U.S. and its allies. This is the 28th time North Korea has launched missiles this year, and it is believed that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un could be sending a message by showing off the nation's arsenal during a period of heightened global conflict.
Russian President Vladimir Putin now claims he has no plans of using nuclear weapons against Ukraine. This statement comes after Putin recently oversaw a nuclear training exercise and has continually downplayed Russia's losses in their war with Ukraine. Russian officials have also been persistent about Ukraine's ill intentions of using a dirty bomb, not necessarily to kill but to instill fear. However, the U.S. and allies have dismissed the allegations.
The wait is over. Rihanna's new song, Lift Me Up, has released. We have more on the single after the break.
The Ravens and Buccaneers played during Thursday Night Football. See how it went on TV2 Sports.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
How's it going, Portage County? I'm Michael Neenan, and I'm here to give you all the sports updates you'll need to know. Let's get right into it. The Kent State women's field hockey team played at home against Bellarmine. The Flashes drew first blood 8 minutes in and jumped to a 2-1 lead in the first quarter. Kent State would then score in the third with a goal from junior Jenna McGrudin before Kent State iced the game in the fourth with a late goal from freshman Patricia Strunk, sealing a 4-1 win. The Flashes are now set to take on Michigan State for their last regular season game on Sunday. And moving on, we have Thursday Night Football as the Ravens take on the Buccaneers in Tampa. Kicking off, we have Leonard Fournette running in for the touchdown to give the Buccaneers a 10-3 lead. Not much else would happen in the first half, however. But we see Lamar Jackson pass to Kenyon Drake for a touchdown to tie it 10-all. Ravens are starting to heat up here. As we see in the pocket, Lamar Jackson rolls to the right and he passes to Isaiah Likely for a touchdown. He finished with 77 yards for the game as the Ravens take a 17-10 lead. And to add ice on it, Devin Duvernay rushes in for the touchdown to give the Ravens a 24-10 lead. That's 21 unanswered points for the Ravens. Finally, the Bucs would get on the board as Julio Jones runs in for a touchdown to cut the lead to 5. But unfortunately, the Bucs' onside kick would fail and the Ravens would go on to win 27-22 and take the lead in the AFC North. Tonight, the World Series kicks off as the Houston Astros and Philadelphia Phillies compete for the title. The Astros make it for the 4th time in 6 seasons, but have yet to win another title since 2017. Unfortunately for the Astros, the Phillies are the hottest team in baseball, having only lost 3 games these playoffs. I expect the Phillies to win this series 6 games to 2. Game 1 begins at 8:03. That's all I have for today. Be sure to follow our Twitter at TV2 KSU Sports for all sports-related updates within the area. I'm Michael Neenan. Let's get back to the desk.
It's one of the sweetest days of the year. Celebrate National Chocolate Day with us.
Just in time for Halloween, today is National Chocolate Day. Time to celebrate one of the world's favorite tastes. Chocolate comes from fermented and roasted cacao seeds found in Mexico and Central and South America.
Chocolate has many different iterations, including unsweet, milk, white, and dark. You can eat it or drink it. Celebrate today by indulging in your favorite chocolate treats.
It's finally here. Rihanna's new song, Lift Me Up, arrived at midnight on Friday after much anticipation. The artist had not released new music since her last album, Anti, in 2016. This new ballad will be featured on the soundtrack to the new Marvel movie, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Penned by Rihanna and others, the tune is a tribute to the late Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman. Boseman lost his battle with cancer in 2020. Fans will get to hear the whole Black Panther Wakanda Forever album in November 4th. So I'm actually really excited to see the new Black Panther movie.
I am so excited as well. And I just think Rihanna, this is like her year.
You think so?
I do. With the Super Bowl and this movie, like has like, you know, the track on it. But again, the movie is just going to be amazing, I think.
Kind of, okay. And that's all the time that we have for you today.
For updates on all these stories and more, visit our website, KentWired.com, and follow us on social media at KentWired.
And be sure to pick up a copy of the daily Kent Staters print edition that hits the stands yesterday.
I'm Sydney Brown.
And I'm Anthony Furiga. Have a great and safe night, Portage County.